In this video, I'm going to talk about the difference between the blob and pencil tool, okay? This can be located in the fourth icon down underneath your pencil icon. If I click on it, click on that little arrow on the bottom, you'll have two different icons, a pencil icon and a brush icon. The brush one is the blob tool. So let's look first what the pencil tool can do, and we already explored how to manipulate it, but you can see with the pencil tool, it creates all these different anchor points, and we can change the color of this line, change the stroke of the line. We can move this line around, and we can manipulate the line by moving anchor points. Okay, now the blob tool is the second one, and the difference between the blob brush, you'll see that I have all these different features where you can select a brush that creates a line with different weights, so lines that go from thin to thick. And when I use the blob brush tool, you'll notice it looks very similar to the other one, except this one has multiple thicknesses throughout that line. But it also, kind of interesting, it's also not a line, it's a shape. So if I click on that line, you notice that there are anchor points on the outside of the line. This first one, there's anchor points only on the line. So what I can do is I can manipulate this line by moving each anchor point, and you could see it's almost like it's a shape, not a line. And that's what it is. It's actually a shape. And what's neat about this too is if I take my blob brush tool and I want to add to it, okay, it adds that new line into that previous line, so into that shape. So looking at it, notice I have this really kind of crazy looking shape versus a line. Okay, so it's basically taking different blobs and putting it together. Okay, when we're working on our project, we're going to be using the pencil tool, not the blob brush. Okay, we want to create only lines, not shapes, for this first project. So those are the two differences between the blob and the pencil tool.